Samasake here with Sake Gaming. Today I want to do an impressions video of Battlefield Hardline. Right now the game is currently in beta, which is basically a glorified demo to push for hype. The game releases officially on March 17th. Right now I'm playing on PC, default graphics of high. I don't have the best video card in the world, but just on high this thing looks amazing. The lighting effects are amazing, the particle effects are amazing, the attention to detail is amazing. Everything in the map is so detailed, and every map in this game is set up perfectly for the game type. The only thing that didn't make any sense to me is that I couldn't jump over this handrail. This thing stopped me. This dude can jump over anything. I can't jump over this handrail. One thing that was super cool was the zip line. This being the first time I played this game, I hadn't seen the zip line yet, and I have to say it was a really cool method for getting down the roof. The gameplay in this is super fast, super run and gun, way different from past Battlefields. The reason I say that is in the past Battlefields, it would be a lot easier to camp out a spot or just move a lot slower and try to stalk your prey. In this one, it's straight run and gun the whole time. You gotta get your objective, get the money, and get out. On these first few maps, you'll see I'm playing with just about 4 people, and it was fun, but you can obviously tell later on in the video that it is so much more fun playing with multiple people. There's more people on each objective, and the game is just crazier. I left this in because I love the progression on these, the rewarding feeling that you get after each round. It gives you a goal, something to strive for the next game, and it gives you a recap of how well you did this game. I only played this for about 2 hours before I wanted to give the impressions video. I played each of the different classes. For the most of it, I played the assault class. It had the best range. A lot of people I'm noticing are playing the shotgun class. On a bunch of forums and Reddit I've seen a lot of people are complaining that the shotgun is OP, and I have to agree with them. Every time I encountered it, bam, I was dead. Of course though, whenever I use the shotgun, my bullets just went right around them.
Took him out.
One pet peeve of mine on this game is that it would seem when I'm trying to shoot through stuff like this, it wasn't going through, or to me it seemed like it would have been obvious I could just shoot through that, but it seemed like there was just an invisible wall between each of those gates. The other thing that was just ridiculous to me is how robotic and silly this guy looks like. He looks like a mannequin who has been placed on this at Urban Outfitters. His arms are so robotic. Just like in past Battlefield games, getting headshots feels incredibly rewarding, whether you're right up on a dude or you're getting a precise shot from meters and meters away. An annoyance to me about this game is the constant cussing. Now, I do not mind cussing if it has its place. Swear words are totally cool by me. In this game though, it seems like they just flood the F word to try and say how cool they are. We're so badass. Listen to us say a bunch of F words for no apparent reason at all. On the larger maps like this, you have the opportunity to fly in helicopters.
I brought down a suspect.
One thing that I love to do is take my time and get the perfect shot. Nothing feels as good as doing that. I know a lot of people try to do montage-worthy stuff where they're just doing freehand, no scoping at all. I like to dial it in and just take my shot. One thing that was really cool to me was the dynamic weather. In this map you can see that we've got a sandstorm coming in, and it just changes the whole tone of the map. The color changes, the visual changes, you can't see as far, and I love that the trees were affected by the wind.
Officers at the location. Territory has been lost.
One thing that I noticed that I would have liked more in this game is that there had been some more ambient music. Just something that while you're playing, you just hear it in the background. It's not obtrusive, it's just enough so that you don't notice it, but you notice when it's not there. There was no music except for maybe start of game and end of the game. Flying the helicopter, I noticed immediately this was much simpler than Battlefield 4, and for me, I didn't like that. I get it in this game because this is a run and gun game. They want it to be more accessible to users. I didn't like that. I liked how in Battlefield 4 it was a lot more hardcore. If you didn't know how to fly, you didn't do it. You waited for somebody who was good at flying, and he would fly you guys around. You would mob the map and just take out everybody. The ground vehicles, the car included, just as silly as the motorcycle. The motorcycle is so stiff and the car is no different. One thing that I like to do though is the car doesn't drive perfectly, so I can just revert to my GTA standards of running people down. A miss and a hit. This game is going to be launching at a $60 price point, and I have to say, for me, I'm not going to pay that. I know that the game is probably worth it to a lot of people, and they're going to get a lot of value out of this. You can play this indefinitely, basically, I mean, until they take the servers down. But for me, I don't want to pay $60 for this, especially considering there are going to be many microtransactions where they just be XP boosts or weapon cheat packs. That is annoying to me because, sure, they're making more money off of those players, and they say you don't have to buy those, but to the people that do buy those, they've got that edge on me where if I'm going to be paying a game at full price, I want this to be an even playing field. Give us a discounted rate of, let's say, $20, and then throw in the microtransactions. I'm not going to be as salty about that. The biggest thing for me is that I would rather play Counter-Strike. I know that they're kind of different, but they're also kind of the same. Counter-Strike is, I think, $15 on Steam. You can find it for as cheap as $5. That game is what I would much rather play. And I haven't personally played Payday, but a lot of people that I've talked to have said that this is basically just Payday. Anyway, that was my quick impressions for SakeGaming.com. This is Sam Sake. Thanks a ton.